Hey, Overcomers, I'm Dara Marie. I'm your favorite mindset teacher. And this is Be an Overcomer, where you are inspired and empowered to walk by faith and use the gift of imagination to create the life you desire. So, Overcomers, today's message is visualize it. I want you to basically look past certain things that have happened in your life, certain regrets. And really, this message, it was inspired by a woman. She had asked a question, and basically, she was saying that she is in a relationship with a boyfriend that she's been with for several years. And now they have a 2-year-old daughter. And she's having some regrets. And she's wondering if she never got in that relationship, would she be living the life that she's living right now? Okay. So I want to address it. Also, Overcomers, I'm kind of experimenting. I have a microphone here. I've been finding that my voice is getting strained because I use my voice constantly and I'm feeling like my voice is a little strained. So I decided to start experimenting with some microphones. Also, the next thing is I'm actually holding my device in my hand. So I'm going to try to make this video quick. I don't have I know you guys don't care about that. My overcomers don't care about that. You're here for the message, you're here for the word. So anyway, let's jump into this. I want to read from my book, my latest book, Faith and Imagination, Keys to Effortless Living. Okay. And for those that don't know this book, this is the title, this is the book cover, and it's Faith and Imagination, Keys to Effortless Living, because I truly believe we are here to live our best life, no matter what it looks like in the outside world. Okay. And understand this, if you are still here in the land of the living, there will be sometimes things that show up that's contrary to your vision, things that may seem like it's not for you, things that are going to show up that is going to make you feel like you should give up. But I want to encourage you, you are not to give up. I want you to press on towards the mark. Okay. As in the book, you know what Paul wrote, I press on towards the mark. Okay. Towards the high calling, what God is calling you to. I want you to press on towards that. So I want to read from my chapter 3. Okay. And it's visualize it. Okay. From chapter 3, visualize it. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. I'm tired, been up since 5, but I'm pressing on. Pressing on towards the mark. Where there's no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And that's from Proverbs 29 and 18. It is vital to have a vision if you want to know where you're going. This is why the word says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. Habakkuk 2 and 2. When there is a vision for your life, you know where you're going and you know what you want to accomplish. Having a vision weeds out things that are unnecessary to where you are headed. A vision will streamline the things you need to do and the things you need to accomplish. Having a vision helps you to eliminate things that may be a hindrance to achieving your vision. Okay? Thoughts precede vision. In order to have a vision, you must think about what you want. Once you think about what you want, you can create a clear picture in your mind. This is what we call visualizing. Just like our words create, so does our thoughts. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. Proverbs 23 and 7. I believe if we want to visualize correctly, we need to use our imagination. Our imagination has the potential to create amazing ideas. Remember when we were children, we dreamed of vast visions and ideas. We played make believe and we went about becoming our favorite invincible superheroes without any hindrances or limitations. Yet, when we become older, that imaginative part of our brain somehow gets cut off. Albert Einstein once said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Our imagination is necessary to see past the limitations of the natural realm we live. When you focus only on what you know, You will notice lack, limitations, and things that do not seem possible. But when you tap into your imagination, you open your mind to a world of possibilities. Imagination creates reality. Okay. And I just want to read that again. When you focus only on what you know, you will notice lack, limitations, and things that do not seem possible. So, overcomers, in order to look past where you are, in order to look past any things that may appear to make you feel regretful, you need to look past where you are. You need to look past the limitations of this life. You need to tap into your imagination. So I want to encourage the woman who said, she's wondering if she never, and she even said, like, if she didn't have the baby, that maybe her life would be in a different point. She wouldn't be with this man. I believe every child that is here has a divine assignment, just like us adults. Every child that is here, God has a plan and purpose for him or her. They're supposed to be here. Your baby is supposed to be here. And I just want to encourage you, do not let present frustrations, the present situation, to cause you to feel like your child doesn't have a purpose and your child should not be here. Your child should be here. Okay? That's what I believe. I believe if God is allowing a child to be here, they're supposed to be here. Okay? It's because of the situation. And I understand it can be overwhelming. I once was, a first time mom. Like, I have my one and only son who I absolutely adore, adore, adore. He is my why. He is why I keep pressing forward. He is a brilliant kid. Now, in those early seasons when he was a baby, it was a little overwhelming. Why? Because at the time, my situation, I was going through a failed marriage. My ex, who's now my ex-husband, he wasn't supportive at the time. Okay. There were many nights where I spent alone, many nights where I was home alone with my child and he was out partying and living his best life. Okay. All right. I'll never forget one day when, everything I guess, bubbled up and like came to a head and just things exploded. And I was like, I'm done. And he felt like I shouldn't leave. And he was like, but I love you. Listen, I remember telling him, listen, if you loved me, it would have brought you home. Like Tony Braxton saying, okay, love should have brought you home. But instead, you were out partying. Okay, like it was 1999. Okay, so anyway, sidebar, I digress. Okay, I can laugh about it now, but it was no laughing situation when I was in it. It wasn't funny when you're doing all the things. And there are mothers out there that are doing all of the work. And yes, it can be overwhelming, but I just want to encourage you, this too shall pass. And so now your next question might be, so how do you get past that situation? How do you get past the hurt, the pain, the resentment you may feel towards this person, or even feeling regret? Okay. You have to tap into your imagination. In that season, when I was going through what I was going through, okay, it was very frustrating. I was angry. I was hurt. I was sad. But I knew in my heart of hearts, I was like, this can't be it. I want better for my life. I want better for my son. I don't want my son to grow up in an environment that was filled with like stress and strain. Okay. And so I started to envision in my mind, like, and started to ask God, like, what should I do? And a lot of times when you're in something that is not favorable or you don't like, you need to start visualizing the opposite. For example, if it's like a health situation, you need to see yourself well. Stop envisioning yourself sick. If it's financial, see yourself with abundance. It's not your job to find out. Okay. Neville Goddard said God's ways are past finding out. The Bible says that too. Like, God knows more than, his ways are higher. His thoughts are higher. Your job as a conscious creator, as a person of faith, is to just believe, is to activate your faith, put your faith to use. And this is why I encourage you to test it out. Write a list, envision things that you want to see manifested in your outside world. And once you see them show up in your outside world, once you see that thing manifest, No one can convince you that this is not how it works. Life follows our thoughts. It's like our thoughts, it's like it sends out a frequency. Okay. Just like we have gadgets with Wi-Fi and all this technology now, and it's connected to Wi-Fi. You don't see the Wi-Fi. You just know that you can go on the internet. You can, call someone across the world. Like there's certain apps that you can call for free and you call other people across the world. Like you don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. I mean, you may know how it works, but I don't know the mechanics. I just know that I pick up the phone, call family or whatever, and it works. Okay. So your faith is the same thing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you need to tap into your mind, see it in your imagination. Your mind's eye is your imagination. See it, see the thing that you desire. So to this woman, envision the best for you and your daughter. Okay. Because the best is yet to come. Envision what you want. Even how she also said that he didn't want her to leave because he wants to be there for the daughter. He could still be there if she goes back to her family or she decides to move out on her own. She can be there. He can be there for his daughter. Okay. There are plenty of people that may not be with, the parent, the woman, the father of their child, but the father is still active in that child's life. Right. My son's father, he's still very active in his life. And I thank God for that. I'm thankful for that. We didn't work out, but he's an awesome dad. He loves being there for his son. I'm thankful for that. But I want to encourage this woman, envision your best life. Do not regret. Do not feel like, okay, if you didn't had your daughter, would life be different? Having my son now, I mean, granted, he's a teenager. I can't even see my life was like, I'm like, what was my life before him? Like he gives so much purpose and meaning. He's a brilliant kid. He's a great student. He's an awesome athlete. Like he's just a great kid. Like I know I'm just bigging up my kid. Like when teachers tell me, "Oh my gosh, your son, he's so polite, he's respectful, he's kind." Well, dad, going it, shouldn't he be? Like respect is a minimum. Didn't Lauren Hill say that? Right? Like that's level one. Like that's the beginning. That's the basics. That's basic. So anyway, I just want to encourage you. Do not lose hope. Okay? If you have to write it out, if you have to speak it out, if you have to, I would encourage you close your eyes, take 5 to 10 minutes and visualize your best life because your life is following your thoughts. Our thoughts literally curate our life. Just like when you go to a restaurant and you select an item off of the menu that you want to eat, your words, your thoughts, you're selecting that for your life. So I want to encourage you to select the best. Okay. I pray this blessed you. I pray to encourage you, the woman who answered this question, as well as everyone else. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I hope this microphone, I hope you can hear me well. And I'm sorry, like I would make this video a little longer, but I'm actually holding the device. So I pray this encouraged you. I pray it blessed you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm so grateful for all of you. Always be an overcomer.